Yeah, I was on YouTube earlier today, and I noticed there's a couple of real estate agents. They like to make these videos. It's like 5 reasons to move to Bend, 5 pros and cons, 5 reasons not to move to Bend, 7 reasons that you should consider moving to Bend, 10 things you should know before moving to Bend. Don't move to Bend until you read this list of 3 important things that you must know before moving to Bend, Oregon. You know, like, oh my gosh, they're just like coming up with these headlines, you know, to try to get you into. And the reason, okay, I should do a 5 reasons. I'll show you my 5 reasons why I moved to Bend right now. Okay, those are my 5 reasons. My 4 children and my wife. Those are the 5 reasons. But, you know, really, it didn't feel like 5 reasons, of course. It felt like 1 reason, and that was I wanted to improve quality of life for my family. And if you're going to sit around and wait for other people to tell you all of the reasons why you should do something and talk you into doing something, okay, well, I don't know, you know, you're going to get confused probably, because there's so many agendas and personal opinions and all that. I only needed 1 reason. As a father, as a parent, I wanted to make the life that my kids would have better than the one I had. And isn't that all of our goal? And that's what we did. My wife and I, when we moved to Bend, we basically had nothing. We were broke. We didn't have a great plan. We didn't have technology. We didn't have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube for all the information. Most of my clients have as much information as I do, really. You know, it's all online. I have my experience here that I bring to my clients, but most of my clients are way more well off than I was. I literally had $300 to our name when we moved to Bend. We didn't have jobs. We just had hope. And like, if you've seen my other video where I introduced myself a long time ago, I tell the story, and it was insane. I don't recommend you do that, but you know, what I'm saying is, you don't need 5 reasons, 7 reasons, and all your priorities, and not everything has to be perfect. Some of my clients, I mean, they're struggling and they're so stressed out or disappointed because they didn't get the things that they wanted on their list. Maybe not the part of town, or the size of the house, or the bedrooms weren't big enough, or you know, what school district you're going to be in, or homes are a lot more than you thought, or in this market, can we do this or that? We came to Bend with nothing, and you can come to Bend if you want to, and you can get here one way or another, but you can do it for your family. You can do it for your future. Like, oh, my kids are grown up now, you know, and they're still here in Bend. They all love it here. And so if that's your case, where you think, well, our kids are all grown up now, you know, so we don't really have that situation. I get that. My wife and I now, our kids are grown now, but they want to be here, which makes us want to stay in Bend, because you know, if we were someplace terrible, who would want to go there? I remember when my grandparents were living in California, up in the Sierras where I grew up, and they sold their house that I grew up in, and they moved to Madera, California. My grandfather did that because he could buy a brand new home, single level home, for, I think it was $130,000. And what a dump of a city it was. What a disaster. They lived there until they died, essentially. Yeah, till he died. And it was terrible. It was just, oh my gosh. You know, I want to be someplace that my family will want to come and be around us, you know, and see us, and make it fun for them, you know. So look, keep this in mind, you know, as you're looking at moving to Bend, you know, keep the main thing the main thing. I think that'll bring your stress level down. That'll bring the anxiety down, the worry down. Keep the main thing, and the rest of the details we can work through, we can navigate through if you keep the main thing. And you might hear me say that again more than once. You know, if we're talking and communicating about you transitioning to Bend, relocating here, there'll be times where I'll say, okay, let's keep the main thing. Because there are so many things that we can get off on that are not the main thing. And if you start focusing on the things that have less priority, after a while you'll look back and you'll say, gosh, I wish we would have just kept the main thing. You know, so that's hundreds of transactions. That's my experience talking. Keep the main thing. The other things we can work through. You might have to give up this or that, but we want to gain the main thing. And if we can do that, then it's success. Then the main goal is reached, and that is improving the quality of life for your family for years to come, years and years to come. And that's what we're trying to do. And that's what we've done. We certainly did not, what we did moving here was not fancy. It wasn't pretty. It was tough. It was painful. We learned a lot over the years. We've owned homes all over Bend. We've lived all over Bend. And are still here because the main thing was good enough that it always kept us here, and it's kept us happy with being here. And so that's my speech on my 5 reasons for moving to Bend, my 4 children and my wife, and wanting to make life better for them. And we accomplished that, and I'll never regret that. So hopefully that helps. Talk to you soon.